What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Believe it or not, the Defiance head golf coach, Mr. Matt Gehring, he watched my last video, as I hoped, but believe it or not, got recruited to help him record a golf video for his team. Not what I was hoping, but hey, at least I'm a part of it, and we are here at the beautiful Eagle Rock Golf Course in Defiance, Ohio. Like, everybody loves Defiance, let's be real here. For today, we are going to be playing the back nine here and getting the glimpse of the players who got a big game, match coming up here on Sunday at Ironwood. So we're going to jump right into it. Whoa, jeez! Being a head coach, there's a lot that comes with the territory. What would you say about this team going forward?
Yeah, so right now kind of where our games are at, and a lot of it has to do with the weather, not really being able to get outside on grass a lot of the time. But the big thing for us is our short game right now. The better players will tend to average, 32, 31, 30 putts around. Even if your iron play is good, you can kind of get away with 34, 35 putts, but you're not gonna shoot par or better with that. I'm pleased with our iron play. I think our iron play and shots into the green have been good. We don't really get into too much trouble with our approach shots. Now, I think our guys' greens and red percentages, they know that they can be higher, and they can. It's just we're not necessarily putting ourselves in bad shots to be able to get up and down for par. So as long as you're giving yourself a chance, you're always going to be able to score that way. The biggest thing that we have to work on, and this is with every team that I've coached, and specifically younger teams, is the mental game.
Yeah.
That usually is the difference maker between somebody that shoots 80 and somebody that shoots 75, somebody that shoots 75 and somebody shoots 70. The mental game, how do you evaluate your shot with the result?
Absolutely.
Do you get mad at yourself? Do you get down on yourself? Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Or do you evaluate it on like, okay, this is what I did, and then I'm going to take it into my next shot and make sure that my next shot's better than my last. So that's a constant. It's not really, I don't want to use the word battle, but that's a constant thing that I challenge them and push them to get better at.
Yeah.
Because golf is Arnold Palmer said that the best golfers, they've got it figured out with the 6 inches of real estate in between your left ear and your right ear. So
that's right.
That will never change, and the mental game can always be stronger. It's constantly pushing those younger guys to think older and not make, whether it's club selection or it's how do you mentally overcome, when you're on the bogey train, how do you mentally overcome that to get your round, in a better spot as the holes go on. So overall, like from an evaluation standpoint, we're for the age of a lot of our players, we're right where we need to be in terms of this rebuild phase that we're in. But I've also talked to a lot of them about, we've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores. They can't act like freshmen and sophomores. They've got to act like juniors and seniors.
Absolutely.
From a mental standpoint, because we've got some juniors and seniors as well, but we are 5 freshmen and 2 sophomores, and we've got 10 players. So 70% of our players are under their 3rd year in school. So they've had to mentally mature in terms of golf, and they've made some really good strides. So we're just going to continue with that and talk them through all of those things as we progress towards conference championship.
Absolutely, sir. And I wish you guys the best of luck this entire season.
Yeah, appreciate
Yes,
you.
So we're going to do a little Q&A here. We're going to ask any and all questions here, starting with, so you and your wife have been married for how many years now?
It'll be 8 years January, but we met on campus at the college, and we've been together for 14 years total.
Wow, that just shows you that love is in the air at Defiance College. You can find your significant other at Defiance College. But I think the pressing question is, who wears the pants in the relationship?
Her, not even close. Her. She runs my life, and I love her for it. She keeps my head on straight, and I don't get to do these things like coach golf and have a job that I do without her being an awesome mom and friend and wife. Wouldn't have it any other way.
When you're coming out to the golf course, with yourself or some buddies, what's your go-to snack?
Oh man, a cold Reese's or a cold Snickers. I can't do a lot of warm stuff when I'm eating. It's got to be nice and cold, especially I only really get to play over the summer with the nature of my job. So when it's really hot out, I can't eat hot food. So give me an ice cold blue Gatorade and frozen Snickers and frozen Reese's, and I'm a happy man.
And then out of all your players, which one would you trust to babysit your 2 daughters?
I'm going to preface this by saying that I would trust all of them to babysit my kids, but I would say probably freshman Alex Moritz. And the only reason I say that is I've seen how he handles stress.
Okay.
He's a pre-PT student.
Okay.
He's in the master program. He's a student athlete. He's student body treasurer. So he's got a lot on his plate and can handle it really, really well. And anybody out there that's got, a 5-year-old and almost a 3-year-old can understand the baggage that comes with that. And I think
absolutely.
in terms of handling that and being able to put out a lot of fires that happens with having 2 girls, I think Alex would be great.
And for our final question, you're out here on the tee box, okay? And you see a squirrel out in the fairway. Are you aiming for it or are you not? Why or why not?
How bad is my round going? how bad is my round going? No, I'm not going to aim for it. Now, if you ask me if I'm on the driving range and somebody's picking balls on the driving range, I'm absolutely working on my putt shots. I was a cart kid growing up. That was my summer job when I was in college. Golfing buddies out there that go out on the range and practice, you're always getting peppered.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we return the favor. So on the driving range, I'm going at the picker
Every
single day of the week and
time.
twice on Sundays. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.